What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is game day. We're about 2 hours away from kickoff. We're going to have a little special beginning of our, excuse me, have a little special beginning to our live stream today because we're going to have Philly 500 will zoom in with us for pregame, and we're going to start our stream at 12:30. So look for that. I have to laugh at this because it's crazy. It's crazy. Our season has been over for a while, but I'm going to say our season of craziness is just beginning because we have a doomsday scenario. A doomsday scenario, because I don't think most people realize this. And this is the Joneses that always end up basically acting like we're the Cowboys. So, of course, everybody is begging to be here, when the reality is they're not. Ben Johnson basically, he did everything but say Dallas Cowboys when he was talking about an organization that he'd want to work with. And what people don't realize is the NFL season for the Dallas Cowboys ends against the Washington Commanders. And after next Sunday, none of the coaches have a contract. The doomsday scenario could be that everybody basically says, F you. Because, see, here's the thing you can look at. I don't know. Mike Zimmer has kind of said, it's been an enjoyable season, but it's been hard. Is it hard because you're getting back into coaching, or is it hard because you're dealing with the Joneses? Because, see, right now, if you're a team like the Jets, and you look what Mike Zimmer did, because it still blows me away that the Cowboys in sack percentage are a whole percentage higher than they were last year with Dan Quinn, with all of the injuries that they've had. That they have literally taken a defense that has been decimated by free agents leaving, I don't know what you want to say, free agent, abandonment, because they left without doing anything to help their defense, now is playing as good as the Dan Quinn defense was with lesser talent, having been decimated by injuries. If Mike Zimmer wants to coach, you can look at some of these teams like Carolina, like the Jets and things, that have hired all kinds of different coaches, college coaches and, defensive coordinators and things like that, and completely fail. You could look at Mike Zimmer and say, that guy did miracles and did shit with mirrors without the Cowboys doing anything. And the same thing can be said about Mike McCarthy. The funniest thing about Cowboy fans and ownership and things is we never seem to want the people we have. We never want the people that we have. And we're always ready to get rid of them. We got rid of DeMarcus Ware. What does he do? He goes and wins the Super Bowl elsewhere. We got rid of defensive players, 5-6 years ago, linebackers. I can't think of their names offhand. But they go to Kansas City and they win Super Bowls. We let go Dan Quinn, who literally has taken a downtrodden franchise with new ownership, in 1 year turned them around to literally all they got to do is win a game, and they're going to be in the playoffs. We didn't want that guy. We literally said that guy is a bum. Get rid of him. Right? Right? And we're the same way with, Micah Parsons. And here's the risk that you're taking. The risk that you're taking is you've got players, your key players, that are saying, we like the guys that are around us. We like the coaches that are here. Right? We want them to come back. We want them to be part of going forward. You could be Mike McCarthy right now, and let's say hypothetically, the Cowboys, which are cheap as far as they pay, Mike McCarthy is under $4 million a year. Ben Johnson is looking for like 13 to 15. let's say the Jets say, "Hey, Mike McCarthy, we'd like, we have a meddling son too, who's 17 years old, but you can, bitch slap him." I'm saying that jokingly, okay? Don't send me your hate mail, okay? Um, we'll pay you $10 million a year to come here, or do you stay here with the Dallas Cowboys for about $4 million a year with Jerry and Stephen Jones on Front Street? Cowboys could be holding the bag. And here's what's funny is now there's Mike Furio. Mike Furio, who, I take everything that he says and throw it, pinch of salt, throw it over my shoulder, because some of the shit that he always says is just crazy and off the wall. And this is one of those crazy off the wall things here. But he's literally gone on with 3 candidates to replace Nick Sirianni, one of which they're saying Mike McCarthy. Because let's be clear here. You've seen some teams that are bad teams, and they've just continued to get worse. The slide has just been terrible. The Jets, I hate to keep pounding my chest on them, but that's a team that the organization has gone out to try and get them more talent to help them facilitate winning. They've tried everything they could to amass talent. They've had number 1 picks galore in the top 10, and yet they still keep losing. If you're a team like that looks and says, "My God, we've been purgatory," but this guy Mike McCarthy has won more games with the Cowboys than anybody since Jimmy Johnson, percentage-wise. Jason Garrett probably has more because he was here for 10 years. And so you look at this and say, and this is why I think the Cowboys are kissing Mike McCarthy's ass, because I think they're worried that they could lose him. And for Mike Furio to say Mike McCarthy could be one of the replacements for Nick Sirianni, I think it's far-fetched. I think it's very, very far-fetched. If you do that, I think you got to get rid of Kellen Moore, because Kellen Moore's not going to want Mike McCarthy as the head coach, although you can look at it and say, what has Kellen Moore done for the passing game for the Eagles? They're one of the worst passing teams in the NFL. Yeah. So there's that. Anyway, I've got my chicken wings to cook for the game, and we'll be ready to rock and roll at 12:30. Hope you guys join us there. Mike McCarthy replacement for Nick Sirianni. Woo! Boy, he does come up with some shit, though. But again, Cowboys playing with fire. Peace.